So, bro, I just got back from boxing at the gym. Just been doing a bit of sparring. And one of the guys that came in today has been boxing since he was a kid. He's fucking rapid, you know what I mean? Like, he's aggressive, he's quick, he's straight in there. He doesn't give you a chance to breathe or realize what's going on. There's no moment of rest. He's just bam, bam, bam. He's on it. You know what I mean? He's one of them kind of fighters. But that was good for me. And he walked in to the little arena, not arena, but kind of like this little room that we were, fucking arena, make it sound like it's gladiator match or some shit. He walked into the room where we were doing our sparring, and he was like, oh yeah, come on lads, let me have a go, whatever. Who wants to have a fight? And I am a decent boxer. I fight more like a street fighter than I do like a boxer, but I can hold my own, I can defend myself. I know how to fight basically, right? Not the worst in the world, but not the best either. And I thought, right, let's do it straight away. I already had like three previous rounds with another guy before this guy walked in. This guy walked in, and everyone knows, yeah, like he's good at boxing. Do you know what I mean? He's fucking sick. He's been doing it since he was a kid. And I thought, right, fuck it, let's go straight in there. I want to be the first one to fight this guy. I want to basically get it over and done with, so I can say, yep, I've done it. I've given it a good go. So I got the gloves on, walked up, you know, and you could already tell by the way the guy was standing there. He was fucking solid. You know what I mean? You could just tell. And there's no fear in me at all, which was quite interesting. No fear in me at all, even though I knew how capable he was. And when you kind of have that preconceived image of somebody, sometimes that can put fear into you, right? You can start doubting yourself. You can start thinking like, oh, I don't really want to fight this guy. You know, he might be too good, might be too quick, whatever. But there was no fear whatsoever. I don't know what it was. It's like I entered a complete flow state at that point of time. And touch gloves, boom, straight in there. As soon as we touched gloves and the timer started, we were doing it for 1 minute, 1 minute time, 1 minute rounds. As soon as it started, bam, straight, quick. Like fucking, the distance was here, closed it about that quickly. Like it's straight in there, right? Started bam, 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 busting me up. Now I held my own, I did fucking good. I gotta say, I gotta give myself credit there, because when I first started boxing, if I was in a situation like that and, you know, there was a quick, aggressive, fast fighter, I would have been just defensive, backing up. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of naturally the defense mechanism when someone's pounding you with punches, someone that knows what they're doing. You naturally you start walking backwards, you start going into defense mode. This time, however, because I learned this little strategy, right, in boxing and fighting in general, and this is quite good for life as well. My mate calls it flinching forward. So, you know, when you flinch, and usually you flinch backwards, you flinch away from the danger, away from the target, away from the threat. Good mindset to hold is flinch forward towards the target, towards the threat or problem that you're facing, is flinch towards it. So even though it's coming at you and it's pounding you, whatever it may be, go towards it. Combat their aggression with extreme aggression, even more, right? Don't back down, don't start walking backwards. So in boxing, in a fight in general, only walk side to side or towards the target. None of this walking backwards, none of this defensiveness, because he puts you in this mindset of, I'm the inferior, you know, contendant, whatever it may be. So we were trading punches and he was fucking hitting me hard because, you know what I mean? He could tell that I was somewhat better than the other guys that were in there, right? It wasn't like I was no pussy, basically. And he could tell that. So he's probably giving me a good kicking, you know, he's proper tryharding, hitting me hard, bam, 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 bam. Defending myself, gave him some good punches back. But the point being, the mindset that I went into it with was, it wasn't a defensive, fearful, running away from the target kind of mindset. It was, number one, flinching forward. So going towards the target, going towards the problem, facing that problem head on. You can do this with anything in life, not just in boxing, anything. If you've got a problem, if you've got a weakness, if you've got a fear, you're scared of talking to girls, you're scared of getting in the boxing ring, because it was, you know, it was quite scary the first time I did it. I've always kind of had experience fighting and just being around, you know, that kind of rough environment. So, and I used to fight with my uncle and stuff like that when I was a kid. I've always just been a fighter in that sense. It's never really been something that I'm terrified of. But, you know, naturally, like, you get into these situations. I know some guys are shitting themselves when they get into the boxing ring, or when they first put on the boxing gloves and they have a spar. They're absolutely terrified. It's the worst thing in the world. Flinch towards that fear. Go towards it. It's the only way you ever, as a man especially, it's the only way you're going to conquer something and truly learn to master it, is by going towards it. Very, very spiritual way of looking at it, this next point that I'm going to make, but this has helped me cure premature ejaculation, fear of talking to girls, scarcity mindset when it comes to money, making money, spending money. It's helped me in a lot of different areas, going towards the problem. So again, we'll use the premature ejaculation thing as an example, because I know it's something a lot of guys struggle with. When I was going through this phase of struggling with it and not quite knowing what to do, not quite knowing why, don't really know what to do with it, you get into this mindset of, again, fear, running away from it. I really hope it doesn't happen. Resist it. Don't think about it. No, it's not going to happen. I really hope this time I can last longer. And you get into this really defensive kind of resisting mindset, you know? The only way to cure it is by going towards it, accepting it, and embracing it. That's it. It's a very spiritual way of looking at it, but that's number one. Go towards your problems, go towards your threat, go towards the target. Never ever start running away. You don't back up ever. You're either side to side or forwards. That's it. Good mindset to keep in mind. Secondly, this is quite an interesting one, quite a unique one that I'd never really heard anyone talk about, but something that I took from my video game days. I've always through life, I don't know if it's whether I've been raised like this or it's the books that you stacked up on here, they've served me very, very well, that's for sure, in terms of mindset and things like that. But I've always had this mindset of just believing I was automatically good at everything, believing I was the best at everything. Even though, you know, obviously logically sometimes I wasn't and I had a lot of work to do. I'd go into it with this mindset of just, I'm the best, or I'm going to be the best. I just always believed that I could be good at absolutely everything that I've ever tried, ever. Riding a bike for the first time when I was a kid, driving a car for the first time, boxing for the first time. I still remember the first time I stepped into the boxing gym and I was hitting the bag. And I used to watch Mike Tyson and stuff like that. And I used to look up to people like that. I used to really, really like Mike Tyson's aggressive fighting style. And I used to watch it and try and emulate that a little bit, you know, and learn from it. No boxing experience prior to this. Walked into the boxing gym, started hitting the bag a little bit, practicing footwork. And I've always been a heavy hitter as well. And the guy just came up to me and was like, have you boxed before? You know, you're supposed to be new. What's going on? Have you boxed before? I was like, no, never. It's like, okay. But a lot of the basics were already just ticked off because, number one, I just believed I was good at it already. And even though physically I had a lot to learn, the mindset, if you can tick that off and just believe that you are already good at stuff, if you just believe you have the capability of being the best at everything you put your hand to in life, it will serve you very, very well. Talking to girls, I just believed I was good at it. Everything that I do, I see it as a skill that can be leveled up, just like in a video game. Right, and the reason I use the video game analogy is because I know a lot of you lads, just like myself, grew up playing a lot of video games. So if we can apply that same mindset we used to use back then to real life skills and real life missions and levels, whatever you want to call it. Sounds a bit nerdy, but it's a good way of it's a good analogy, isn't it? And I used to play video games, pick up the Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty for the first time, when Fortnite came out, Rainbow Six Siege, I played a lot of that, right? A lot of shooter games. Bro, I get into these lobbies and just instantly think, I'm the best in this lobby. No one can beat me. I'm the fucking best. So I took that same mindset and I applied it to real life. I'm the best at making money. I'm good at everything. Of course I'm good at getting girls. Of course I'm good at making money. Of course I'm good at being an entrepreneur. Of course I'm good at speaking on camera and being confident and charismatic and articulate. I'm the best. I'm never going to stutter. But I just believe that shit. Of course I can get any girl in this club. That's the mindset that I hold when I walk through the world and absolutely everything that I do, even if I'm not actually good at something and I'm a beginner and I've never done it before. I have the mindset as if I believe I can be the fucking best at this one thing, even though I'm not there yet. I know that with enough practice and enough, what's the word I'm looking for? Self-reflection, I guess. I know I can be the best at everything. Right? And I genuinely believe that. And you should be walking through the world with the same mindset. You can tell it's getting late, bro. I'm fucking all over the place. But you get what I'm saying, right? And I applied that when I was coming to this boxing fight with this guy, this little sparring session, because he was fucking good. And I applied that mindset. I can be the best. I can be good at absolutely anything. You know, I'm never ever going to stop running away from things, weaknesses, fears, insecurities. I'm always going to face it head on and just go towards it. And it's exactly what I did in that sparring session, exactly what I did with YouTube, exactly what I did with making money. The list goes on. Everything I do, I just believe I'm good at it. I never doubt myself for a second. You need to practice doing that same thing because it's a mindset. And you can change your default mindset from negative, self-deprecating, to positive, self-serving. You understand? And I can teach you exactly how to do that because it's a long process that took me years. I can teach you how to do it in just a matter of days, maybe a week, down below in the coaching. Come and talk to me on a personal level because I know a lot of things that you guys are struggling with, weakness-wise, insecurities-wise, you don't feel confident talking about that with your dad or your brother or your friend in the gym. It's just weird. It's awkward. You know what I mean? I'll be that friend because I get it. I've been there. A lot of normal people don't understand it. Do you know what I mean? So coaching's down below. The sexual mastery course is also down there as well. If you struggle with pornography or premature ejaculation or erectile dysfunction, again, the list goes on. Any sexual problem you have, go and click that course. It will save your life, I guarantee you that. With that being said, look after yourself. Implement what I've spoken about in this video. Write it down. Drill it into your brain. Don't just watch it and think, oh, that's cool, and don't do anything about it. Drill it into there. Believe you're the best, okay? I forgot the first point. Go and rewind and find it. I'm not going to sit here trying to think of it. Believe you're the best. Whatever. Go and rewind and watch the first point. Implement them both. Boom. Look after yourself. See you soon.